am not fashionably late, I am late.
Way to be accountable.
But you are very fashionable.
There you go. Can you all hear me? Or it's on. Okay.
There you
Yeah, last night, Eileen asked me, do you want to postpone it? I said, no, I need to get my brain off of what's going on. And then I failed to look at the time, and I know she had told me a month ago it was 11 o'clock, and for some reason in my brain I had it 11:30. You know, it's lunchtime.
Right on time.
So
You're on time.
Exactly. Apologize about that. So, where do I start? Okay. So you all know my husband passed away. He had been ill for about 2 years now, and finally he's resting, and I'm trying to rest myself too. But, and I'm trying not to cry because I know he's in a better place. Anyway, until we meet again.
Yes.
So I just started with American Majority as a Southern Arizona field staff director. And finally, I'm doing something that I love, and I'm getting paid for it.
Oh,
So, anybody that is not familiar with American Majority? Okay.
I couldn't hear the question.
Anybody that is not familiar with American Majority? Okay, so American Majority, Ned Ryan started it in 2008, trying to combat the liberals, or he calls them the communists, which is right. And basically, he understands that if we have a Republican president, and if he doesn't have the majority in the House and in the Senate, our country's in trouble.
you?
Oh,
There you go.
There
Another
you
have
go.
to eat it.
okay.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't want to put my lipstick on it. Okay, so American Majority, like I said, it started in 2008 by Ned Ryan. He understood the importance of having the majority in both the House and the Senate. Otherwise, the president cannot do anything. So Ned Ryan was instrumental in getting Vice President J.D. Vance to run for the Senate. I don't know if you remember all of that. And at that time, J.D. Vance was not very sure about President Trump, but I don't hold it against him because he's proven to be a good guy. So Ned Ryan loves Trump, and he is adamant about keeping the majority in both houses. So in 2020, we all know the story. We don't know if it was cheating. We don't know what happened.
We know, yeah, we do.
It was cheating.
And,
We do.
yes. And so Ned Ryan said, "Oh my gosh, we can't keep doing this. We have to find a way to keep going 2 steps ahead of the other guys." So I just want to read something to you. This is the 2024 annual report for American Majority. He wrote, "There is much to celebrate in the future of our great nation. Our great nation shines brighter than ever. Together we have accomplished a monumental victory, a resounding red wave that has redefined the political landscape. Through our unwavering support and dedication, we achieved an electoral college and popular vote landslide, triumphing in all 7 swing states, securing decisive control of the Senate and the House, and setting the stage for potentially transformative Supreme Court appointments under this new presidency. This election stands as a testament to the power of an engaged and determined citizenry. When people step forward, commit to the democratic process, and make their voices heard, the impossible becomes possible. While we take pride in these historic victories, we must remain vigilant. Complacency has no place in our mission to secure lasting change. At American Majority, we are already preparing to seize the opportunities ahead and tackle the challenges of the coming years. Our immediate focus is the critical elections in Virginia and Wisconsin next year. That was for 2025. From the governor's mansion to pivotal House or delegates race across the Commonwealth of Wisconsin Supreme Court races. These races will set the tone for the next phase of our movement and lay the foundation for the midterms in 2026 and our presidential election in 2028. Victory is forged in the preparation we do now. Over the next year, we will intensify efforts to register new voters, expand absentee ballot outreach among mid to low propensity voters, and ensure the integrity of our electoral system by cleaning voter rolls nationwide. We all know that's happening. Together, we are not shaping elections, we are shaping the future of our nation. Let's get to work. As I told my staff repeatedly this year as we came down to the home stretch of the election season, all gas, no brake, full send, we have a republic to save.
Yes.
Ned just came up with a documentary about what is going on in our country. In our elections, we see that they're forcing all these states to clean up their voter rolls, and I know you all know what's happening here in Arizona, and each county is responsible for doing that. And right now having a Democrat Attorney General, Democrat Secretary of State, it's impossible for us to achieve that. But change is coming. So we will, American Majority focuses on educating people about the early voting. Do you remember 2020? We were told, don't turn in your ballots. Wait until election day and turn them in. Do you know that 350,000 ballots here in Arizona were not turned in at all? Either they were spoiled, whatever happened, 350,000 ballots were not returned. So, a lot of people say, well, yeah, they cheated and, they continue cheating. Whatever it is, we still have a job to do. And if people are registered to vote early and they don't turn in their ballots, either by mail or I don't trust the mail. Okay, don't trust the mail. Turn it into a voter
Early voting center.
So when
Another whole issue.
yes, so basically, the other side, they do that. They cheat. They turn in their ballots and whatever. They vote early. So I personally like to go vote in person.
Yes.
It's something about, I don't know, my DNA. I want to go vote personally and sign in. I don't like the electronic stuff that they're using now, but that's what we have right now. So I can be fighting that. So the other thing that American Majority wants to do is, let's go back to no more early voting, no more mail-in ballots. I know for a lot of people it's convenience, but how convenient it was for 350,000 people not to turn in their ballots. That's a shame, because it cost us an election. So, in the meantime, until the legislature changes that about voting by mail or whatever it is that we have to do, even some of our Republican legislators, they don't want to do that. And so, a 65-year-old person, they want the convenience, or they don't want to vote in person. Well, you know, if you don't want to vote by in person, there are ways to do it. Either vote early in person, but in the meantime, so when we have so many people registered to vote by mail or early voting, whatever you want to call it, we have to take advantage of that, because the other side does. They don't rest, they don't do anything to jeopardize their ballots, so, or their right to vote. So until then, we have to beat them at their game. Okay, so the law is right now that, you know, it was a voter initiative that you can vote by mail if you want to, vote early if you want to. So now we have to, you know, okay, personally, like I said, I don't like to vote by mail, but if somebody is, you know, adamant about voting by mail, okay, you know, that's your right. But let's do it right. So the sad thing, you know, I told you 350 people did not return their ballots. So that cost us in 2020. Now fast forward to 2024. You all remember, too big to rig? President Trump went all over the place saying, vote early, vote early, vote early. I mean, he ingrained it in our brains. I still didn't vote early, but I voted on the day of voting because that's my choice. But, so Ned Ryan said, okay, so a lot of people want to have that right to vote early or vote by mail. Let's do it correctly, and let's support President Trump. We have to wait until they fix the mess that we're in terms of voting and the voter list that they have. Pima County is a mess, and we all know. Every election cycle they do something, and it's never clear. There's no transparency. I know some people, some Republicans are going to the election department, and they're observing and everything, trying to keep keep them honest, but it's not working, right? So another thing that American Majority does, since so what do we do to keep the majority? So Ned decided we need to focus on 6 swing states, which is Virginia, North Carolina, Wisconsin, Nevada, Minnesota, and Arizona. Those are the swing states that, you know, they're always on the news. If we lose such and such state, you know, we lose the election. Well, we have 6 states that are in that category. Last year, 2024, let me see, where is it? In 2024, American Majority conducted ballot chase and campaign essentials training sessions across key counties in Arizona, including Maricopa, Pima, Pinal, and Mojave. 9 local school boards, city and town council, and state candidates attending our trainings. One of our prominent candidates, Mark Stewart, ran for Maricopa County Board of Supervisors. In a highly competitive race, he won the primary in an unexpected upset and followed up with a victory in the general election. So we're making inroads. Our statewide efforts to promote ballot chase programs and early voting messaging initially encountered resistance. However, through persistent outreach and collaboration with our partners, with our partner organizations, Arizona ultimately embraced the movement. Promoting the American Majority brand throughout the state was an additional benefit, as we were not a known entity. So basically, you all heard of Turning Point Action. American Majority has American Majority and American Majority Action. So American Majority is nonpartisan. American Majority Action is, we can, you know, take sides. It's a political, actually no, it's the other way around. I'm sorry. When you're a PAC or
A 501c3 is non-political.
non-political. So 501
C4.
C4 is our political branch, and supposedly we are not partisan, but I'm here. Like, I have to wear different hats. So we're doing exactly what Turning Point Action is doing. We're hiring people to go and knock on doors, chase ballots. We are focusing on Congressional District 6, which is Juan Ciscomani. That district, we may lose it. So we are focusing on going and knocking on doors, specifically the people that are on early ballot. Like 350,000, we have to find those 350,000 people that did not return their ballots.
Wow.
So it's a good effort that we pay $25 an hour. Again, you know, you as a precinct committee, when you go knock on doors or you call the people in your precinct, and it's good to get paid if you know. It's
If you're gonna do it anyhow, you might as well get paid for
exactly,
it.
and if you join us as a door knocker, we ask you to commit to a minimum of 10 hours a week, maximum of 28 hours a week. So it's $250 a week or $2,800 a month. So you know, it's a nice side kick or gig.
Okay.
And so I don't know if you have any questions.
I have an issue with, Katie Hobbs, I think, changed the date partly because a lot of the people are on vacation here. Snowbirds aren't here in July and August. And knocking on doors for those people is kind of silly because they're in Minnesota or Washington or wherever. And that's probably a big portion of your 250,000 that you're looking at.
350,000.
Oh, 350,000.
Yeah, and that's statewide.
Yeah.
So it's not just
It's not just Green
not
Valley.
just Green
But
Valley.
we've got
or
half of that
Tucson.
here, I'm sure.
Well, you know, I always wonder, the snowbirds, do they vote in their other state or do they vote here?
Yeah.
So we don't
Yeah.
vote.
Well, we don't know.
If they can get away with it and nobody's checking.
I know, like the 128-year-old woman that voted in Tucson. Oh, she was in the voter rolls in 2020. Yes.
I have a question about, you're saying that you would like to hire different people to work a certain number of hours and you'll pay based on that. But is that only if we use your app and you track who we're contacting? And
Yes.
is your data focusing on registered voters or do you also include PND, IND? What is your data focus on?
They change the criteria every so often based on, when we knock on doors, we take a survey, and based on, first of all, we don't have an app. It's a web-based,
Okay.
it
I
comes
just want
up
to
in
know about your
phone.
data. Is your
Yes.
data focusing only on registered Republicans or do you also include IND, PND?
It depends. You never know what you get, but we are including independents that vote conservative. I have no idea how they figured that out, but they have different criteria. But you know, we were focusing for the primary. We were focusing on people that didn't vote the last election, or they call them 404, 304. You know, it's,
Right.
you all know the lingo. So for the general, we're going full force. We're knocking on tons and tons of doors. We have, for CD6, we have 30,000 doors to knock.
Okay.
And some people ask me, are you overlapping what,
Turning point?
turning point? If we are overlapping, it's good, because every voter needs to be touched 6 times.
Right, before.
So, we're working with, the party at, ACGOP, we're coordinating, we're also, partnering with, a company up in, Phoenix. They gather all the data, they're like data geeks, and I said, how do you know that stuff? I have no idea what their parameters are or how they gather this data, but it's good data. So we partner with them, and they tell us, okay, this is where you need to focus, and we're just trying to revive those people that are disenchanted or mad or whatever they.
So do you, can you get a list that includes anywhere in CD6 then, is that what you're saying?
So when you sign up to be a ballot chaser, they'll, depending on your area, they'll give you a walking list, and it just comes up, it's a big map, and it gives you these little bubbles, and you click on the bubble, and it gives you it brings up the name of the person, well, the address and the name of the person, or the names of the people at that address. And so you go knock on the door, hi, I'm so-and-so, I'm conservative with American majority. When you say conservative, and you're knocking on friendlies doors, they're usually very nice. They're like, oh my gosh, the Democrats are out here knocking on doors, I thought you were a Democrat. No. So you've heard it all. Sometimes it's very rare that you knock on that a bad door is included in your list, but it happens. It happened to me with Turning Point, or when I was running for office, same thing. You never know, but everybody votes, or everybody should vote. So
Could have been a kid, one of their kids, and
yes,
not the
People
person.
move.
yes. And I had an incident. The wife was registered as a Republican, and he was registered as an independent.
Right,
That's all.
that's a lot.
So knocked on the door, and she said, I'm not a Republican, I'm an independent. And I go, well, I'm sorry, it shows here that you're, but I'm so-and-so, I'm running for office, blah, blah, blah. She invited me to her home, and we got to talking, and they were asking questions, and somehow the stolen election thing came up. And he said, get out of my house. It's like, do you believe that? I said, sir, nobody has proof, but these are the facts. These are the facts. The machine's broke, the paper didn't go through. I mean, I gave him all the facts, and he didn't want to accept it, so be it. And she was mortified when he asked me to leave, because she said, I invited her, this is my home too. So I said, yes. But you'll encounter all kinds of people, people that are mad, disenchanted. They're complaining about the state of our country, but they don't want to get involved.
Yeah.
So we all know. Yes.
So I sign up to be a part of your door knocking. I want it only in my precinct. Is that possible, that I get only my precinct, or do you just randomly assign?
You can request in your area. Usually,
Precinct, just in my precinct, not just
Yes.
my area.
It depends. If people in your precinct, we don't have any issues with them. It could be not a lot of people in your precinct, so I can't tell you that it's going to be
Okay.
specifically in your district.
So
Okay.
Gabby,
Your
for people that are
precinct.
signing up though, from what I heard from you is it looks like you're gonna be concentrating on the CD6 election.
Yes.
So when we talk about precincts, we're going to be looking, concentrating more on CD6 than
Correct.
we are on precinct 207 and things
Correct.
along that line, correct?
Yes,
But people here say who are in Green Valley, we are not gonna be asked to go to Maricopa County or to other areas of CD6.
correct. And CD6 is 5 counties.
Right.
Pima County, which is the biggest, and then we have a little bit of Pinal County, Cochise County, all of Cochise County, Greenlee, and Graham County. So, and we have people in those areas. So, no, you will not be asked to go to Tucson
Okay.
or Marana or any other place in, yes.
On election day, if you went to the election website to find locations for polls in Green Valley, it had all the old GVR locations, the old locations. I would like somebody to sue the recorder or do something, because, you
People
know,
were running all over the place.
and
I need to
there
get that,
are
I need
better
to write that down.
places, there are better places instead of Pima County, which is way out there. And on the website, it had PCC. The local people don't even know what PCC is, they go by CPAC.
Yes,
Then they know what that is. But they are really, I think, did us a bad service here.
Right.
And there's places like, even like Friends Indeed that could open up, and it's flat, there's no steps where.
So, Gabby, if you don't mind, when Gabby was running a little late, I was gonna get into that question
Oh,
because you
okay.
had called me and asked me about that. According to Joel Strabala, it's not gonna happen. You got what you got and you're not getting anything else, as far as today. Now, it sounds great and wonderful to say, yeah, Friends Indeed, no steps, no this or whatever. But number one, the recorder's office has to approve them, and number
Right.
two, Friends Indeed have to say, I want it.
That's right.
And so the issues that we're running here is, as we know, our machines are left the night after the election. There's a certain amount of, your marshal and your inspector are taking the ballots. So what happened here in Green Valley Rec is, they feel they have more of an obligation to their homeowners, who that morning had to go in and go exercise, and it was unsafe. So that is the issue now. The recorder's office cannot force any HOA to have an election site. People have to apply, and then they have to be approved before a voting site can be set up.
Right.
So that was my answer to when you called me, but according to Joel, as of Tuesday night, we've got the same 3 centers.
And that won't change?
Most likely, no.
Not unless
Okay,
we get a
so we know what it
petition
is.
going really fast and.
That's not gonna work either. We're not,
Okay.
I do not expect us at all, according to what Joel said, that anywhere in Green Valley Rec will you find a voting center.
No, I don't mean Green Valley Rec. I talked to the guy at Friends Indeed, they've got a perfect place.
They don't,
Yeah, but they might have
Beside
a
the
perfect
point.
place, but if they haven't
They have to
contacted
request.
our recorder's
I got
office
it, I got it. I got
and
that.
get it approved.
But you know, that is, I think, election interference. And there was no air conditioning there. Mary Grace got sick for 2 weeks because she was in there with no air conditioning for a day and a half. And she got heat stroke.
my
What
goodness.
place was that?
okay.
In the community college.
In my community college. Well,
So it's just another way that they get us.
of course, it's, they're relentless.
But until we
Relentless.
start suing them or something, you know,
Yes.
They also
just keep
send
doing
out the ballots, and Tucson always gets the ballots way ahead of us.
Mhm.
That one election, it was like 10 days, we got it later.
Well, certain people, because I got mine right away, but that's because Donald Trump told them to send it to me.
see, you do it.
Can you put us on your friends list?
Yes.
So about a lawsuit, I would suggest that you personally give Kathleen a call and she will listen to you, and she might be able to get the oversight project involved. If the oversight project gets involved, they review every case to see if it's worthy of a lawsuit, and they totally fund it. That's how the Adrian Fontes / Chris Mays, where we won half of it and lost the fact we can't be too loud, they totally funded it. So you have her personal contact information, if not, I can give it to you. Ask her to, Kathleen is not just a girl in high heels and a pretty dress. She recently has done more for our county in lawsuits and fundraising and anything else, in many chairmen that I have seen in my lifetime. Would you not agree,
Yes.
Gabby?
Thank you.
She raised 5 girls all
Yeah.
by herself. She's a tough lady. Yes. So yes, I do have a lot of respect for our chairman, and, you know, unfortunately, you know, certain people have been fighting her tooth and nail for no reason whatsoever, and no goal. Like, why are you doing this for?
They're
No, it's
jealous.
just to, yeah. So, anyway.
There's a
So,
lot of that going on.
another thing that, that American Majority, we are going to start sending, postcards. For that, I will need volunteers. If, we're not paying for that, but, you know, if you would
So
like to
we are very
volunteer.
good here, the United Republicans as a whole, we are known as the postcard writing party.
Yay.
And we have Sarah Price, who's sitting right back over here, who usually organizes our postcard writing party.
Okay.
So you
So
can
if I
connect
supply
directly with Sarah Price, and she will organize that for you.
Okay, so
Right,
if
Sarah?
if I supply the
Yeah.
postcards, perfect, that's awesome. Okay, so, I don't have anything more. I think I told you Ned Ryan did, a documentary, and we are going to start, featuring that at, you know, different events. Maybe I can do it here,
Yeah.
One time, and we'll fill all these chairs.
We could do it at an LD meeting, because most of the people that you see sitting here are free seats. Not all of them, but most of them. But we always invite outside of our LD. Bobby allows us to invite whoever we like.
Okay.
And if you think we're gonna be a big crowd, we can use a room upstairs.
Yes, I would like to have a big crowd. Yes.
You probably can contact Juan Ciscomani better than I can, but some of the commercials he has on KNST and those stations all day are telling how many millions of dollars he has been giving funding to all his little areas, you know, hospitals and childcare and all kinds of different things. Well, the trouble is now, we're bankrupt as a nation. We already are spending more money than our income is. I mean, we hit that bump
Yes.
that bump. And so he needs to tell more about the things he does do, communicating to help veterans, to help, you know, he has done all those things in the past, as promoting himself.
Yes.
And then again, I'll see you on the street. No one has ever seen him on the street. And I'm sorry about that, but he has to stop doing that line. But somebody needs to just communicate about the kind of things that he has done well. He has voted right. And
Yes.
right-minded is what we want. And so,
Yes.
but this business about a few $1 million to this hospital, a few $1 million to this school district, or, you know, all over his different areas, which is great. But,
And
you know,
I believe that is a, you know, I'm just, this is my opinion. I believe that, that approach is strategic, because his opponent is a communist. Free, everything. Who's gonna pay for it? We. So, I don't have, Juan Ciscomani's here, but my boss does. So, we are trying to, you know, get him more involved with the people, because we're the ones that help him get him elected. So I'm actually not in CD6, I'm in CD7, and we all know CD7 is impossible for a Republican to win. I ran twice. People that run after I did.
Thank you.
Yeah, but still, you know, it's like, it's impossible. And then after the last redistricting, it became even harder. So it used to be 2-1, now it's 3-1. Democrat versus Republican. So, and God bless Gutierrez, but
It's difficult.
yes,
Very
I
difficult.
mean, God bless him, and he's doing great things, getting out there. But that district is until maybe the next redistricting. I don't know if they'll make it more competitive because that district is Democrat.
Is
So,
Mendoza the one that's running against?
yes,
Okay, but her ads are really pretty good.
yes,
Yeah,
and
they are.
mostly
They're pretty
lies,
good.
mostly
It's
lies.
lies, but it sounds really good. I mean, as a Republican, I'm listening to this and thinking, those are so much better than ones, you know?
Well,
I
pick
lost
up the
my
phone and
$20
call us.
bill, so you only get
You know,
10.
we don't have a real good communication there.
He's
Well,
afraid of us.
Yeah.
I know.
He
he's
doesn't
afraid
come
of me
down
too.
here anymore.
He's afraid of you also?
Yes. Because I tell it like it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I'm not
anybody
sorry,
that
but-
doesn't show up at their own, what is it in Phoenix, when they all get together.
Yes.
I mean, I looked at him and I said, well, you're not Juan Sescamani. He said, well, I'm his representative. I said, does he ever show up anywhere?
Yes. Yes, unfortunately,
He
Thank
needs
you.
to show up.
either they don't want to face us to be accountable, I don't know. Right now, all I know is that I want to keep the American majority for President Trump.
Yes.
And even if it's a rhino, oh, did I say that?
Yeah.
Even if it's a rhino, we, a lot of times when I was running, I used to say communist. Raul Grijalva was a communist. He was
Yes.
a card-carrying
Say it like it
communist.
is. Yeah,
And
still is.
Gabby, you can't say that. What do you mean I can't say that? I just said it. And
Tell the truth.
yeah, and it's the truth. Now all of a sudden, I hear it all over in national TV. Communist. I go, oh, are we?
Like it's okay.
Did they revive McCarthy or what? Come on, say it like it is. It is communist, and we are losing. I mean, look at the Democrat Party. Look what, I don't feel sorry for them, but look what's happening. And
Well, you can't use the word socialist anymore, because these kids have been raised to think socialism is great.
yes,
And so you have to use something that's a little more negative than that.
yeah. Well, we still, we have to remind them what Margaret Thatcher said. Socialism is great until you run out of other people's money.
That's right.
That's the bottom line. And socialism, communism, whatever, however you want to paint it, it hasn't worked in any place in the world. If you love communism, go to China,
Yeah, Russia.
Russia. Well, in Russia, I mean, they're not communist anymore because they have free enterprise and, people are thriving in terms of, having businesses and having a little freedom. It's not as controlled as it is still in China, but we all know communism doesn't work. I remember growing up in Mexico, this big. My dad used to take me to all these political rallies and the union rallies, and I used to say, oh my God, what's going on here? And trying to convince people that communism was good. No. Communism not good. And never mind, Mexico's the president of Mexico, she is a communist. And oh my gosh, the first female president. Really? Sorry, no. Oh, she's helping people and doing this and doing that, and where it matters, she's doing nothing.
And she's the first Jewish too.
Yes, yes,
Mexico.
with the cartels, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm glad I'm in the United States of America, and I love this country. Yes, sir. Sure. Yes.
When somebody tells me they're an independent, I tell them, you're wasting your vote. You're making a statement, but there's nobody listening.
Exactly. I try to convince people the same thing. Is that I know in different states, independents can vote. I know in Arizona, you as an independent, you can vote in the primary, but you have to declare which ballot do you want. One year I was working the elections, and I was the judge of the opposite party. So I was handling the ballots. And this gentleman came in with French accent, and I asked him, which ballot do you want? He said, this one, this one, this one. I said, he wanted all green, green, Republican, Democrat, and the other one, no, not independent, because,
Party not determined.
Yeah.
Whatever.
yeah, the libertarian. There was 4 to choose from. And he said, I want all 4. And I said, no, sir, you have to pick one.
Yeah.
But I want to vote for this and this. And I said, sir, you need to pick one. He walked away.
So you didn't vote.
I said, so be it. Like, you have to make, even if you're an independent, you still have to make a choice. So I understand, you know, the dilemma with a lot of people. They don't want to be attached to the party because, you know, Democrats right now are ashamed of what's happening to their party. We've been through that in the Republican Party. We have a lot of Democrats that have infiltrated our party, and they have been embraced. And do I have permission to say?
You can say whatever you want.
Go right ahead.
Rodney Glassman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
The most qualified
People.
person ever.
Who's Hobbs' lieutenant governor?
Oh, a donkey.
Same problem in Texas.
Yes. So
They got fake Republicans in there.
yes, and it is our job to, you know, keep fighting because Pima County has been infiltrated by a bunch of Democrats. Yes.
I think that's where maybe a good project is, to make closed primaries. For Republican is a closed, Democrats closed, so Democrats can't determine who our candidates are.
Absolutely. I don't know if you remember when I was first vice chair at the ACGOP, and then I was the secretary. Well, we were pushing for closed primaries, and Robert Brown did not want it.
Yeah, well, we gotta get them out.
So I guess we can revisit that with Sergio.
I think it's
I don't know. And yeah, we have to. I mean, it's like, if you cannot make a choice between those 4 parties, I'm sorry, don't vote. Wait until the general, and then vote whatever. So, yes, sir.
I have an easy question. Do you have contact information?
Contact information, yes, I do. Yes.
We'll share.
Actually,
You got more?